Oval racing is one of the top series on iRacing, and it continues to grow every single day. And whether you're a rookie that wants to get into oval racing, or if you're coming from a different series, oval racing without guidance can be super difficult because there's a lot more technical about it than going fast and turning left. And yes, I know, oval racing is a lot about turning left and going fast, but trust me, there's a lot more to it than just that. In my last video, I discussed a few tips that can help you in any series in iRacing, but for this video, I wanted to make a specifically tailored guide to oval racing. And in my opinion, all these tips are required to know if you want to improve at oval racing. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Arguably the most important tip on oval racing, and I think every single racer will agree with me on this, and that is hitting the maximum limit and doing it consistently without stepping over the boundaries. And basically what that means is your tires have this line of grip, and if you consistently overstep that line, you will start to slide, and that will result in worse lap times and less grip because you're burning your tires up. And the more consistent you can be running close to that line, the faster your lap times will be. A common mistake people make with oval racing is they think they have to drive the car as hard as possible. But when you do that and overstep that limit, all you're doing is sliding your tires, and that kills your lap times. And you'll be much faster by being closer to the limit and having smoother inputs. But remember, if you do drive a tire to its limit every single lap, you are going to kill your grip for the long run. And I'm going to talk more about tire wear in a later part of this video. But try to practice and find the limit of each car and get comfortable and consistent running it, even though it might be difficult and you might make mistakes and spin out. Trust me, it'll really help with your speed. You shouldn't always just rely on your wheel to turn the car. You can also use your brake and your throttle pedal to help assist turn your car as well. If you're only relying on your wheel to turn your car, all you're doing is putting unnecessary heat into your right front tire, and this can really kill your grip. And with enough practice, you can really control what tire you're putting heat into. So for instance, if you're tight, you can drive more off your right rear and this will help you turn. And if you're loose, you can drive more off your right front and this will help stabilize your car. You should never feel like you're giving a lot of attention to one specific tire, because all you're doing is giving it a lot of tire wear. It can be a little tricky to understand because every car, every setup handles differently at different tracks. But with enough time, you can start building confidence on what tire you're using, and this will really help improve you at ovals. Almost every oval car on iRacing has some sort of tire wear, especially the top 3 series of NASCAR. Since you have to carry so much center of speed, that can really eat up your tires and hurt you in the long run with speed and grip of the tire. And if you find yourself struggling with tire wear, I'll make sure to show you a few examples of what to do and what not to do in order to keep the grip on the tires for the long run. When you first start a run, and if you're driving into the corner way too deep and spinning tires on exit, this can really hurt your tires for the long run. You'll notice very quickly doing these things that it'll really hurt your grip and speed out of your tires, and you'll lose a lot of positions doing so. One thing oval racers do to help with this is turn your tire audio up, and basically what this does is the louder the sounds your tires are making, the more wear you're giving to them. A few other things you can do to help with tire wear is back your corner entry up and just carry a little less speed, as well as have smoother inputs, especially on your throttle and your steering wheel. The smoother you can keep those, the better your tires will be. Especially on exit of the corner. If you're light switching your throttle, which means you go from 0% to 100% real quick, all that's doing is killing the grip of your tires. Make sure you roll into the throttle, be smooth. This will really help you in the long run. The more you practice and get consistent at tire setting, you'll notice a lot more grip in your tires, and this will give you a ton more speed and let you pass a lot more people easily, especially on the late run. One of iRacing's cool features in oval racing is dynamic track. And if you're not sure what dynamic track is, basically the fastest line around the racetrack will change throughout the race because the tires will lay down rubber. And this rubber will cause these lines to have different grip. So it's important not to be afraid to try different lines in the racetrack. But there are a few things you need to be careful with dynamic track. Like marbles. Marbles is a huge part of dynamic track. The more laps you turn, the more marbles there'll be in a specific groove. And if you drive over this debris, it'll cause you to lose a lot of grip from your tires and potentially lose the control of your race car. Another thing you have to watch out for is tire wear. Especially when you try different lines and run higher up throughout the track, it might feel like it has a temporary grip boost, but when you have more grip and carry more speed, all this does in return is damage your tires quicker. And just remember, there's a lot of factors that cause the fastest line to change throughout the race. Like some sessions, the groove might change on lap 2, it might change on lap 20. There's not a set number of when the groove will change. So just make sure you keep an eye open. So make sure you practice and get comfortable running these different lines, because this can do a lot to change your race, because you can find a lot of grip and speed running these different lines. as long as you keep an eye out for the things like tire wear and marbles. In my previous video, I talked about trail braking and showed why it's important for racing in general, but in this video, I'll quickly show you why trail braking is required for oval racing. Since in oval racing, you have to carry so much center speed, in order to keep that center speed, you need a trail brake and keep the weight of your car towards the front, giving your front tires more grip. All trail braking is when you hit your maximum brake pressure, instead of fully lifting off the brake pedal, you keep a little bit of input still in, keeping the weight of your car towards the front. Trail braking is almost required at every single oval, and this tool can be used to save your front tires and give it more grip, and pass people easier since you're able to turn better. In these two examples I'm about to show you, I'll show you what happens if you do and don't use trail braking. As you can see, when I don't trail brake, I'm losing a lot of front grip, and it's causing me to put more wheel input, which is in return is hurting my right front tire a lot more. But this next lap, I use trail braking, and as you can see, I'm using a lot less steering input, and what this does is I'm able to carry the same speed, but puts less wear on my front tires. So if you're not already trail braking, definitely start practicing and getting comfortable doing so, because this can be a real step in order to finding speed on oval racing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to make it super easy to understand and not complicated, but let me know if you need any help in the comments or if you want me to talk about any other tips with iRacing. I've already started working on my next video and I hope to get that out as soon as possible, but it's gonna be very similar to my first video and I think you guys will enjoy it. But again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!